Good morning, everyone. May 9th, 2020, day number 26, and let's get rid of your base cards. So, hey, it's Friday. Hopefully, we had a great week. Hopefully, you have a great weekend. As I said earlier, a lot of states are opening back up. Hopefully, if you're able to get out and about, you have a great weekend and enjoy the weather. Here in Seattle, it's supposed to be really, really hot this weekend, so over 80 degrees, which is very unusual for us, very hot up here. So we're going to try to make it through this weekend. I do miss the dry heat of living in West Texas at times, but a different kind of heat. So I'll make it through this weekend. But hey, this video is going to kind of conclude the sort of 3-part series here on selling or extra content for selling on eBay. And on Wednesday we talked about investment, and then on yesterday's show we talked about ways to become a better seller of sports cards. And so I'm going to quickly review what those items were right here. This is what makes me happy, and this is what is great about the hobby. So when you think about investment with yourself first. Think about what you enjoy the most, and everything else doesn't matter. And number one on my list is we must become better buyers of our product. The listing title and how you list your product, to me, is going to be the single most important thing you can do outside of a clear photo of the front and the back. And here we are, number 3, the item that I consider the most fun of the process, both as a buyer and a seller, and that is, from a seller perspective, you have to be willing to negotiate. Hey, so hopefully you enjoyed that little look back on the past 2 videos and sort of the highlights of what I was saying. But if you have not seen those videos, please check them out. I'll have them linked here at the top here in a second. But before we talk about selling base cards, some quick fun news to report. Yesterday I spoke about my goal of being at 225 subscribers by Monday morning. Yesterday we had 9 people hit that subscribe button, so thank you if you're one of those 9 people yesterday who hit that button. We are now at 222, so I'm sort of blown away by the rapid growth yesterday. So if you're not subscribed, hit that button. My goal is still to be at 225 by Monday morning, but I'm pretty sure we can crush that number, so please hit that subscribe button right now. I greatly appreciate it. But let's now talk about base cards. And look, when you think back to our last couple of videos, we have bought the cards at the right price. We have everything here at our house. We bought a case. We bought a couple of cases. What do we do with those pesky base cards? And I'm going to walk you guys today through my 4 to 5 keys of moving through base cards, and it's going to be sort of a cut and paste or cut back and forth between here and my eBay screen. But I really want to show you guys what I have done to move base the best, in my opinion. I know there are others out there who say there are other sites that you can use to move base, like Sport Lots, and I know a lot of people are talking about Sport Lots right now. I, as a seller on there, or I couldn't even set up my shipping table. It was so confusing that I just sort of logged out over a year ago and never went back to it. But at the end of the day, when it comes to moving base cards, I want my product on the website with the most traffic, and that right now is going to be eBay. So that is why I have all of my that's why all my base cards are listed on eBay, and I'll continue to list my cards on eBay just because they have the most traffic. Also, this process is not it's not sexy in a sense. It's not easy like scanning and listing. There is some brute force work involved with this, and you also have to be very patient with this. This is not something to where you're going to list all your base cards up and they're going to sell over a course of 2 weeks. This is going to be a slow burn, and this is why you're going to have to do some upfront work and some middle work to have the end result be all of your base cards being sold. So let's look right now at my keys to selling base cards on eBay. Okay, so here we go. This is actually my eBay listing screen at the moment, and as you can see, I've got 686 current listings, but I have these filtered right now for base you pick. So these are going to be all the base cards that I have listed under a you pick listing. And I think from a listing perspective, having you pick your pick in the title in these is going to be critical, because when I'm searching for base cards or an insert card, I'll type in the insert and I'll write in you pick. So I would recommend having you pick in each of these listings in some way. So currently at the moment, I have 36 listings that are under this U pick, and these are going to be base and insert cards. So this works for inserts as well as base cards. And if you think back to our video last week of all of the inventory I have here, all of this is easily searchable, easily locatable, and this is how I move through all of these cards. But number one on my list is going to be all of these are variation listings. It can be variation you pick. So what is a variation you pick listing? That is a listing that is, when you go to it, you have that drop down box. So this is, to me, the number one thing that you're going to have to do is set up these you pick listings. Now this takes some work. If I personally recommend you sign up for InkFrog. Now, this is something I've learned here recently. InkFrog is as low as $11 a month, and you can do up to 300 listings. I was given a free premium trial by an eBay rep last year at the National, sort of just as a gift after the fact, which blew me away. But if you're looking just to manage some base listings, you can do this small one. When my thing expires in August, I'm going to move down to the basic just because I don't need more than 1,500 listings, and it's everything I need. But if you don't do InkFrog, to set these up, you're going to have to do copy and paste from an Excel file to build out these listings. But if you have InkFrog, you can do a CSV upload, and I can upload a 250 item you pick listing in no more than 5 minutes. It's very, very straightforward. So number one, set up a you pick listing for your cards. Okay, so before we get to the second one, I did want to show you my screen. I removed the base you pick and just put you pick, and you can see on my list here, I've got 108 listings overall that are you pick. So I live by what I say. I'm a huge proponent of these variation you pick listings on eBay. So, but let's just filter this back to base cards and you pick. And so my number two thing, and this is going to surprise nobody, it's making sure all of these base cards are promoted. Every single one of these, you can see here, I have 36 for 36 are promoted. To me, this is the best way to get these base cards in the eyes of customers who are searching for, could be an insert, searching for an autograph from that product, however their algorithm works. To me, using promoted listings are critical for this. And here's why I think spending the little bit of money is worth it. My average base card last year, actually my average card purchase was about 27 cents. And the lowest you can list something on eBay for is $1. So even if I sell it for $1 and I'm paying a 10-cent ad fee for it, or 9 cents, whatever that could be, I'm still making a ton of money. So it's worth the promoted listings. I'm not selling these at a loss now for having these promoted, but I got to get them in the eyes of other people searching other cards, and the only way to do that is through promoted listings. So if you're selling base cards on eBay, do promoted listings. Now the third step is even further of a discount, but you remember back to this other part here, I only paid 27 cents on average for a base card. You have to offer volume discounts. Look, base cards aren't worth $1. They're probably not even worth 75 cents, but you want to offer volume discounts. So you can do it on when you go to revise your item, it's at the very bottom. So when you scroll all the way down to the bottom here, it's offer a discount when buyers purchase more than one item. So on these, if someone buys 2, I offer a 20% discount. So now the card is 80 cents. 3 is 30%, and then 4 or more is 40%. You can get super aggressive with these. You can go down to 80% if you want to. So now, if I sold a card at 80% off of $1, I'm losing money now, but it is a base card, and some base cards aren't even worth 20 cents. So you can get super aggressive with these discounts, and you can do it however you like. What the customer's going to see is when they're on the main listing, they're going to have these options. So they're going to be confronted with this, oh, buy one $1 each, buy 2 80 cents, buy 3 70 cents. The key is to get them to obviously to buy more. So volume discounts to me are also a huge way that you're going to be able to move through base, because you're not going to sell base cards at $1. You're going to sell base cards at 70 cents, 60 cents, 50 cents. I would also, on a quick side note, I would always offer PWE or $1 shipping on these, because let the customer build up their cart, get that $1 shipping. Because if you sell 10, 11 base cards at 50 cents or 60 cents a piece, you're still going to make money, because even if you ship those in a bow mailer and lose some money on shipping, the overall cost of that card is only 27 cents. So you're still going to make money. So volume discounts are going to be great, and be aggressive with them if you see inventory not moving. Okay, so the first three are very eBay specific. They're very much procedural, do X, Y, and Z, and set up promotions a certain way. The next two are things that I have struggled with and I have made mistakes on in the past that I want you not to make as you do this as a seller. So the fourth one here is you can't just set these and forget it. And I have done this too many times where I'll do a listing for base cards, and then I will never go back and adjust pricing, adjust promotions. Maybe I'll forget to promote it after a month of it being up. You have to continually view your results and adjust accordingly. If you're running a 20, 30, 40 promotion and nothing is selling, bring it down to 30, 40, 50. Find that sweet spot of promotion and and hopefully they'll sell then. But do not just set these and forget these. This is probably my biggest opportunity when it comes to volume selling, is forgetting to go back and change my Series 1 inserts or my 2018 Genter card just based on the promotion. So typically if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. And something with this, you can't forget about these continually every few months, maybe every month. Look at what's sold and then adjust accordingly. Fifth one here, and this one is going to save you so much time, and I have made this mistake numerous times before I realized what I was doing. Never take down a variation listing to relist it. If you take it down and relist it, it resets your inventory to what it was when you originally listed your inventory. I did this a couple of years ago thinking I was going to be sneaky and I think it was like 2017 Bowman, or it was 2018 Bowman, something crazy. I had taken on a listing to get it to repop as new and to relist it. And that night I had like 20 orders. And I was like, what's going on? This is crazy. And I realized what happened was that when I had relisted it, it had reset everything that I had already previously sold to its previous quantity. So I had to offer like 20 cancellations and 20 messages. It was really embarrassing. So if you do a variation listing, you cannot take it down. If you're going to take it down and relist, you need to obviously have very strict or very precise Excel records to where you can then quickly relist it under a new item listing. But do not make that mistake of taking it down to relist. So there you go, guys. Those are my 5 things for when it comes to selling base cards on eBay. Number 1, variation you pick listing. You have to do it that way. Number 2, promoted listings. Number 3, volume discounts. Those are all procedural. And then 4 and 5 are about behavioral, which is going to be you can't set it, you can't forget it, you got to continually update it. And then number 5, never take it down to relist. It's going to cause you issues in the future. So hopefully this helps you sell your base cards over the next 30 to 60, 90 days in your store. Have a great weekend, and I will see you all tomorrow.